Yo, salute everyone. Salute. What's good? Knicks Real Talk, the pregame show. Knicks go to Ohio against the Cavaliers, man, at State Farm Arena. They're going to get a pop. We're going to get into all that today. I hope everybody doing well. I got the panel in here with me, KJ Events, Shaw Powers. We're going to get a pop. We're going to talk some Knicks for the next hour and a few. Then we're going to get ready to get into the game, man. It's going to be a fun game tonight. It's going to be a really interesting game tonight. See if the Knicks can go here for 2 in a row and get a pop in Memphis. Let me bring in my soldiers at war with me, man. KJ, what's good?
What's up, fellas? Shy, Divine. Listen, I put KJ to sleep. This is alter ego, KJW number Vince number 2. This is an older brother, man. It's Nick time. We ready to get in this Nick real talk. This is what it's about. We got that W yesterday. We feeling real good today. That's why his older brother got his shades, his hat, his bucket. He's ready to go. Let's get into this Nick real talk, fellas.
Salute, Shaw Powell was good, my brother. We got Superfly in the building with us up there, man. So let's get it.
Salute KJ, salute Divine Chat. What it do?
Yeah, real talk, man. Salute to the chat, man. Frank, everybody up in the building already. Let's get it popping. Big Taz, Nigel, Fabian, Frank Matos, keeping it 100 all the time. Yeah, man, we in here, man. We ready to get it popping. Knicks got a game down here in Cleveland today at 7 o'clock. Try to go for 2 in a row. Gonna be an interesting game tonight, man. I hope we get in here and try to win this thing, man, and get it popping, man. I think we can win 2 in a row. Get back to 500 basketball. It'll be pretty good today, man. I'm excited about the game. Gonna be a real interesting game, man. I love the way we played the other day, guys, and I think we can get back in here and repeat the same performance of yesterday. We got a good chance of coming out here with a victory. Go win 2 in a row. You know, feeling a little bit better about what's going down in New York City, man. So overall, I'm excited for the game, man. I hope everybody else is. But we in here, let's get it popping, man. And KJ, man, like I said, brother, we got to go and get this thing today.
Devon, I want to salute you, man. You said the score was going to be 110-98 yesterday. The score was 110-102, so you was on to something. So let's salute Devon. Let's get them thumbs up, man. So Devon did predict the Knicks would score 110 points yesterday against the Clippers in the pregame show. So we got to salute him to that. Salute to that. Hey, listen, we know what this team can do. When these guys made 3-pointers, when these guys made 8 3-pointers in the first quarter, then you also got Julius Randle and Barrett doing what they do. When we make shots, we win. And it's simple basketball. When guys play simple basketball, we never lost the lead yesterday. Even when it got tight, we still kept the Clippers away. Now, the Clippers did great, too, with 3-pointers. They were shooting 61% from the field. And we still kept the lead on them. So it goes to show you that this Knicks team has what it takes. It's just, what are they going to do tonight? Are we going to see some of the same things as yesterday to tonight? And that's what I'm mostly looking forward to doing, to seeing what steps are they going to take from last night and bring it to Cleveland tonight.
Real talk. Hey, Shaw Powers, real talk, good one, KJ. That was overall just good bounce back performance, man. The lose 3 games in a row and to come out the way they played yesterday, that was pretty good basketball yesterday. And like I said, like KJ said, I hope we can repeat that thing today, man. They could do that. I think it's going to be a good look today.
Yeah, today I'm hoping for a win from the Knicks also. All depends on how we start off and what lineup we go with today. I do see the second unit with Reddish playing a little bit more minutes today, but is Kemba starting today or is not? That's going to be the dilemma that we talk about in a few minutes.
Yeah, real talk. Yeah, well, let's get all them out the way, man. Go ahead from what I know from the reports that I got as of earlier today, it was going to be Alex Burks, Evan Fournier, R.J. Barrett, Julius Randle, and Nerlens Noel. That could change. I'm not sure. And for the Cleveland Cavaliers, it was Darius Garland, Isaac Okoro, C.D. Osman, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen on an injury report for both teams. We had Mitchell Robinson questionable with an ankle, Kemba Walker out, Ryan Archer-Sindo out, and Derrick Rose out. The Kemba Walker thing could be questionable for sure. For them guys, Laurie Marketing out, Rondo out, Ricky Rubio out, Colin Sexton out. So them 3, they made the guy that's out for Cleveland. But I think like for the Knicks, man, no matter who's out there, who's in there tonight, we going in and get it popping today, man. We coming off a back-to-back, and what I would like to see tonight, and is this right here for sure. Will the bench get extended minutes tonight? KJ, do you think that we're going to extend the minutes of the bench tonight, being that we played our guys pretty much heavy minutes yesterday? RJ 43, Randall 40, some of that nature. So do you think that Tibbs bring our second unit in and give him a little bit more run tonight than normal because he played beyond the back-to-back and he extended the minutes of the starter to win that game yesterday?
No, I think Tibbs is going to take the Tom Thibodeau rules.
Okay.
That's what he does. Like if depending on how the game goes, but my gut feeling is he keeps the same lineup. You see, he's going to start that lineup with Alec Burke at the point guard and go from there and see what happens with a Kimba, see what happens with a Cam Reddish off that bench along with IQ and other guys and Grimes and them. So let's see what happens. All I'm trying to do is just get another win. Let's build off yesterday's win to win tonight. But I think Tibbs changes nothing at all tonight.
Okay. Appreciate you, Cash Out James. Said Jared Allen questionable because of illness. Appreciate that info. Shop Powell. I mean, like I said, I even though Tibbs might stick to his routine, but I do think the point. I think he might realize it as well. Like, you're not going to be able to stand and play them guy 40 minutes a night back to back, and I'm hoping that it also depends on the flow of the game, I guess. Depending on how the game is going, if we playing pretty good basketball with the starting unit, we get out to a good lead or something, then he might get a second unit opportunity to play a little longer if they playing well.
Yeah, I mean, my biggest thing right now is about Kimba. Is Kimba starting or not? And what you just brought up, hopefully Kimba is not going to be the starting lineup. Once again, we win. I hate to say it out loud, man, but we win when Kimba's not in the starting lineup. And the last couple of games that he started, we lost those last 3 games. So let's hope that we can get out. You get out to a quick start, and I think the second unit is going to have a little bit more minutes tonight than our starters. Our starters really worked last night, man, up at 30, 40 minutes and stuff like that. And I'm hoping to see our second unit that is a little bit younger get out there and cause some havoc.
Mm-hmm. What's interesting to me, if Alex Burks do start tonight and Kim is available, that tells me something. You know what I mean? It's interesting if Alex Burks do start that game night and Kim is available. I'm kind of glad of that for the reason that I think he'd do a better job on Darius Garland. At that defense position for the New York Knicks at the point guard spot because of that 6'6" size, 6'5", 6'6" size. He can defend pretty well.
Yeah.
And I do think that that's going to make a big difference. It's going to make a big difference to me, just being able to slow them guys down a little bit in that first quarter because Darius Garland can literally get it. And I think Alec Burks is up for the challenge. And I think he'd be up for the task tonight, KJ.
Yeah, I think definitely with that big lineup we have starting is great, But the question is Alec Burke a point guard? No, he's not. But what does Alec Burke do? He controls the pace of the game better than guards that we got on the team right now, and he can make those timely shots when we need him to. So any size at point guard ever for this team is needed. It's just how long are these guys going to last out there, and what production are they going to give us in that starting unit? As you've seen the starting unit yesterday, we put up 37 points yesterday in the first quarter, I believe.
30.
That's great.
30.
Right. So we're not saying we can't do it every night, but if we get production like that, Kemba Walker could gladly come off the bench for Alec Burke to fill some roles in, which is great if it's going to work. And like I said, if it's working, don't break and shy. And both of you guys made a good point about this. When we start Kemba Walker, we're losing. So something has to change, and if it's that, let it be that.
Yeah, real talk. Salute to Eddie Rodriguez for coming in the chat. Eddie Rodriguez, salute to you, my man. Thanks for coming aboard. Like good shit. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe and notify button, man. Appreciate you, Eddie. Welcome to the family, man. We in here. Salute to the rest of the chat as well, man. But yeah, Shop Powers, I do think that that I'm glad that they did that. If that's going to be the reality when we turn on the TV tonight at 7:00 and 7:10, whatever, and it is Alec Burks at the start of the lineup, that gives us a good chance. I just like his size and he like KJ say, he's not a traditional point guard, but he has enough talent to hold the point guard spot down, and we are winning with him there. You know what I mean? I just think it's so important.
Yeah, I wonder sometimes, like, with the moves that the front office are thinking about, or what they have in mind of changing up the roster and stuff like that. Is Tibbs also part of that the scheme of what's going to happen? Because if Tibbs knows that there might be a trade for Kimba, I don't think Tibbs plays Kimba anymore until he gets traded.
Right.
But that's all, speculation right there. I don't know if Tibbs knows as much as we know, but I'm pretty sure Tibbs knows, who's going to be moved or who they're thinking about moving and stuff like that. So I just hope in the next couple of games, if they are planning to relinquish their time with Kimba, that they sit him down and let him rest that knee, so when he goes to his new house, he'll be ready to play.
Yeah, absolutely. I second that too. I think they definitely got to keep him in the loop. And I
Right.
do think that could be the case if you don't see Kimball Walker play too many more games, and that might be with the last you might see him. Not saying it is, but you never know. Like you said, he's so close, so you don't want to risk an injury. And you remember that year they were about to trade Iman Shumpert to Atlanta. That same game he got injured the night before he was about to get traded. You know what I mean? So I could see a scenario like that where the Knicks might not want to let Kemba Walker play if they're gonna move him. And I don't know 100%. I'm not here to tell you I do and I don't. But if that's the case, then I can understand why they might not play him because we only like a week or two away. And I think they just want to be cautious about that because the man go out there and get hurt. That blows anything they're going to have an opportunity to do. And on another note, one little disappointing thing the way our boy Mitchell Robinson has been playing great basketball for New York. KJ, he was putting it down for us lately, man. Obviously, yesterday he stepped on my man, what's his name, for the Clippers, ankle, the shooter. And stepped on his foot and twisted his ankle. So Mitchell Robinson is day to day. He said it's nothing serious right now. Thank God of that. But Mitchell Robinson was playing some good basketball for New York, man. And I'm hoping that this is just a glitch in the matrix and a small glitch. He can get back at it maybe in the next couple of games and get back at it because he was playing some good basketball for us for sure.
Right, and let's see what he does. Normal times, even in the beginning of the year, Mitchell Robinson fall down. Seems like every time he fall down, he get hurt, he go out. But he's been very durable lately. So let's see if he comes back in tonight. And it just goes to show you the maturation of his basketball game. You can see Mitch growing now. And don't forget, and I said this plenty of times before, Mitchell Robinson came in as a novice. Don't forget, he took off a whole year from college to train for the NBA before he got here. So he's still learning the game as he goes. And we're starting to see, just like an RJ Barrett, we're seeing something different in Mitchell Robinson's games too, as far as defense and offense too as well. The play that he had last week when he dribbled that ball, went to the hole and dunked it, we never seen him put the ball on the ground and do that before. So we know Mitchell Robinson has that in his game, and he's a good building piece that we have because we're starting to see a different game from him. So let's see what he does tonight, and he's a big factor of us if we're going to get in the playoffs or not. We're going to need a big guy like Mitchell Robinson to get there.
Yeah, real tall shot. I think the last 8, 5, 6, 7 games, 13 points a game, 9 rebounds. He's been a demon, man. Offensive rebounding is second to none. He's a demon on the glass. The man can literally go out there and get it. So I'm hoping that it's just temporarily, and he's able, even if he don't play these next 3 games, but on the road, and then give him enough chance to heal. But I'm glad that it's not a long thing. It's also a short-term thing, man. Because Mitchell Robinson has been playing some good basketball for us, man. For real.
I mean, you know how I feel about Mitch, man. I'm a big homer for Mitch, man. Right now, if there was anybody on the team that I would purchase their jersey, it would be a Mitchell Robinson jersey. It sucks that he went out yesterday and he tweaked his ankle and stuff like that. And I hope if not tonight, at least by the next game that he's back. So because we're gonna need his presence down low. But to run alongside of Mitchell Robinson, we did have a good game for Noel yesterday, and he did look. He was active yesterday. He had active hands, really stepping up on the defense and doing things that we know that Noel can do. But the worst thing about everything, man, we can't have our sentences together. How many times this year have we had Mitch and Noel back to back 2 games?
Very
Maybe.
good question, Chuck.
It's real hard to see because those 2 guys together, one on the first unit, one on the second unit. it really, I don't know what it is, man, but it really enhances our game, man, because it seems like we never lose that big man presence, man. When Mitch is out there, he's up there grabbing rebounds and intimidating shots and making people a little nervous when they go to the hole, and vice versa with Noel. He does some of the same things with his quicker hands and a little easier to jump for the ball, to block some shots and stuff like that. So that's one thing that we have to hopefully hope that we can hopefully get them both back on 10, 12, 15 games back to back.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been playing really. I'm so happy to see Mitch. Like I say, man, sometimes you can't judge a person until they can really healthy and could play. Because Mitch in his rookie year, he was killing it. His sophomore year was, he didn't, he was only like 80% of injury. I think last year was the longest injury hit for him, and in his 4 years. Last year was the longest one because that 66 game season, he only missed 6 games, and the season before that, I think after that, he only missed like 10 games. So he haven't been that injury prone, but he has been injured. But his injuries they all like freakish injuries. They're not like torn ACLs and Achilles and all that. Either a fractured hand or a twisted ankle, obviously either with the foot injury. But it haven't been something that's not life threatening, but career threatening. Sorry about that. It haven't been career threatening injury for Mitch. I'm happy about that because I think as you get older, as you get older, your bones start adjusting more. And and I think a lot of guys in the NBA that get injured coming out the gate because they're so young. You know what I mean? A la Derrick Rose, a la Russell Westbrook. You know what I mean? When Patrick Beverly hit him in his knee back in the days, and a lot of these guys that happens. You know what I mean? Until you get up in your late 30s, and that's different. But for the most part, I'm really glad Mitchell Robinson's back. So let's see how that goes when he get back. If we don't play tonight, it's understandable. We don't play the the game before we go, Indiana, whatever that is. Not Indiana, who they got?
Miami, right?
Miami. I'm sorry. If you get back in Miami, that's cool because we got Milwaukee after that. So if we can take off the night and get healthy by that time, 3 days rest, ice the ankle, go through all the methods that you got to do to make it better, and then we move on from there. And then he come back and because I don't want him to lose that energy that he just been playing with. He's been really playing good basketball for New York. I'm happy for that because he's had a long, hard career, man, so far in New York. Tough career from the little injury standpoint, but he's here, man, and I'm happy about that. So if we don't have a night, then Noel, like KJ said, Noel come in here and clean it up, man. Go up against Jared Allen. Jared Allen been playing some great basketball this year for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's a handful this year. I guarantee that I know the Brooklyn Nets wish they had him right now because Jared Allen is playing some real good basketball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. But we're gonna have a challenge with him today. But if Mitch can't go, that means Todd's got to step up, and if Todd can't do it, then you got to throw Jericho Sims out there. Just throw him out there to give him some extra bodies, some extra minutes to keep some of these guys fresh. But I'm excited about it. I think we go in there tonight with or without Mitch and try to win this game. So I'm looking forward to the challenge tonight for the New York Knicks. Go in there and bring your A game tonight and just get a second win in a row and keep that energy and that momentum going. But that was a great win overall yesterday, so I like that. But you know what? And then you look at, like I said, Julius Randle, RJ Barrett. What can you say about the guy the other day? Both of them coming off of 20-something points. RJ phenomenal rebounding, assist. Julius Randle 24 points. They had 9 rebounds. They was doing their thing the other day in the Garden, man. And they can continue to do that, KJ. And them two dudes can come together like that and give us that type of performance. I think the Knicks will be good to go. Because if you got 2 guys like that doing what they did, 20 points a game in one game. And then Fournier clicking the way he's been clicking. He's shooting, believe it or not, Fournier is shooting the best 3-point percentage in the NBA right now in the last, I think it's like 13, 14 games. He's been knocking them down, and that's good to see. So I'm really hoping that RJ and Barrett and Randall, because they played last night a lot of minutes, they still got enough energy at least to come out the gate firing tonight.
Well, it feels good when we don't got to rely on one person like Randall. Mm-hmm. Now, it takes pressure off Randall. If RJ is going to play the way he's playing, and then guess what's going to happen to other guys? Other guys are going to step up and make their shots now. We expect those guys to make these shots. Think about these guys. We were 6-4 last time we played these guys. We played these guys on November 7th. We got blown out 126-109. Randall was our high man at 32, so the ball has to go to Randall. We will play through him, but RJ's been stepping up the last game. So, I want to beat this game. I want to beat this team bad today because they embarrassed us on our home floor on November the 7th. We were 6-4 at the time. These guys are sitting number 5 in the East right now at 28-19. I don't care who they don't have on the floor tonight. We got to go back in there and take care of business. This team wasn't even supposed to be. They're the 5th ranked team at 28-19. The Knicks record is 23-24. I'm taking that personal because we have a better record. Our team on paper is a better on paper than 23 and 24. And I think in the physical, we're not a 23 and 24 team. We should be sitting in that number 5 spot. So we got to show them, like, look, listen, this is the real New York Knicks team. And I think right now we're at a turning point where RJ Barrett's at a turning point as far as he's getting more confident in his scoring. And Julius hopefully is understanding. Hopefully he doesn't have one of those games. He goes back tonight to not doing the things that got the win yesterday. You know, I want to continue to see his growth and maturation. We know Julius could average a double-double in his sleep, but he needs to just making his teammates better. Keep making the teammates better, we'll win.
Yeah, real talk. Like Jarvis said, man, Julius Randle versus Mobley, that's going to be an interesting matchup. Garland and Burks going to be a real interesting matchup tonight. That's going to be a really good matchup to watch. And I want to see what RJ going to do with Okoro and these guys. I think tonight, I don't think they got an answer for RJ. Now I don't think C.D. Osman can hold RJ from a defense standpoint. C.D. Osman can hit the three. He's a strong young man. I mean, that's what I mean is he got a good build to him, shoot the 3 ball pretty well. He's athletic, but I do think RJ Barrett can give him the business. The Evan Mobley matchup, Shaw Powers with Randall. I think Randall got to pull him out to the 3-point line, then take it from there. Play outside in on him because you ain't gonna. Evan Mobley is a 7-footer. Julius ain't gonna be able to do so much with a 7-footer when you're trying to shoot over him. But what Julius Randle can do is bring him out to that 3-point line and then drive the ball and make him chase him that way. You know what I mean? Shaw Powell, I think Randle can use his strength and his athleticism at least to take him from outside in and make him chase him. I think he might got a good chance of scoring on him.
Yeah, these guys on Cleveland are some big, long, tall guys, man. They got a big unit out there. So one of the biggest things that I hope that we could come out to do is rebound tonight. Rebound is a special thing for tonight, and I think Randall is the man with rebounding, man. But he has a big matchup tonight, and let's see if he can, like you said, pull him outside, make some moves. Do the drive to the hole, as everyone's saying now. This magnet that Julius is now, make people become magnetic so they can gather around him so he could kick the ball out a little bit, man. It's gonna be a real good game tonight, man. And I think the matchup with Randall will be something that we'll be talking about later on.
Right, yeah, real talk. And for me, let's see what he do with the bench. Are they going to get a bench extended minutes tonight, and see how these guys see if they get extended minutes tonight, and if they do, and then I think that'll help us out tonight. I do think we need to run that bench a little bit tonight, a little more than we did, just due to the facts that these guys played some heavy minutes last night. I do think that they got a chance to play that bench tonight. I know, and like I said, one game I did see Tibbs do that. I got to give Tibbs credit. With maybe like a week ago when we was winning, he had used the bench so well. The starters had got it popping, and the bench he played over top of these guys some extended minutes that day. And I was like, man, wow, Tibbs turned the corner on this one. You know what I mean? And let's hope he could turn that corner tonight and realize, like, you know what, if our starting lineup got it going good. And we get at the end of the first quarter, we up by 7, 8, 9 with about 6 minutes left. It'd be a good time to bring that bench in. You know what I mean? Don't wait till it's 2 minutes left, 3 minutes left.
Facts.
Bring them in when it's about maybe 5 or 6 minutes left in the first quarter to get a bench. Get a starter unit another 5 or 6 minutes to get some rest, and then let them start the second quarter and so on and so on. So I'm hoping that's what can happen tonight, KJ.
Right, and I think as a coach, you have to recognize when is the right time to pull your play and when's the right time to put your play in the game. What players miscue with other players? Like, think, quote unquote, last night. I thought Cam Reddish was going to play more than 5 minutes, But for his 5 minutes that he in, didn't it look like he was much bigger on the court? Watching it from TV, the man looked bigger than 6'8" on the court. And then you start to see, wow, this man could drain the ball up, he could play defense, and he could take it to the rack. Now, he went 1 for 2, he did shoot, but, went off. But it is what it is. But I think we may have found something with him. And that's why I said I'm waiting for the moment to see him and RJ play together. Tibbs didn't play them together at all yet. But telling you, if those two guys are in on defense side at the same time, let me tell you, we're gonna have a great front line with Cam Reddish and RJ Barrett in it at the same time because they provide defense.
Mm-hmm.
And this is defense is old. We winning this game by defense. So hopefully we see some more time between Obi and RJ. I mean Cam Reddish. I really want to see that, fellas.
Yeah, real talk. And I do think I can understand yesterday's game why Tibbs didn't play him a lot because they had it popping. You know, Evan Fournier had it going, RJ had it going, Randall had it going. So I do get yesterday's game, but tonight is different. I think Tibbs should be able to let Cam Reddish loose tonight. You know, first time back, first game with the Knicks. You got to learn the playbook. You got to get comfortable with the system. You got to be able to adapt to how to play. So I get it. I'm not gonna burn Tibbs on this one. But tonight, I think he should be able. If Kemba Walker not going, he should be able to give Cam Reddish some more minutes. But I do understand the first game. You know what I mean? I do. I really do. I mean, RJ was hot. Fournier was hot. You know what I mean? And Randall had it popping. So, you know, and so a lot of them guys wasn't needed, even though they were always in the pluses on Shaw Powers. It wasn't totally needed because I think Tibbs was really about winning that game yesterday. So I can understand it to a degree why he didn't play them the bench a lot of minutes because other than quickly had it popping. But I do think tonight is a different story, and I do think you're going to see Cam Reddish and them get more minutes tonight because I think he wanted that victory bad yesterday, and the Knicks needed that victory bad. And I think he went with his veteran players, his guys that he know that can get him there because they had it going, and they brought him home actually, so it was a good thing. But I do think you see him tonight.
Yeah, I believe Cam will get a little bit more minutes tonight, and like you was talking about, I hope that we can get off to a quicker start tonight and score some baskets. So this way, like you were saying, around that 5 minutes and under, maybe we can make some substitutions instead of letting our starters play 9.5 to 11 minutes in that starting unit. It'll you know, rejuvenize the team. It'll get the second unit out there a little earlier, and it may give us a little chance to you know, score a little bit more. You know, I think tonight I don't know, maybe everyone's thinking the same thing because we haven't seen him really on the court. But like you were saying, KJ, Reddish is long, man. He was looking real long out there, man. And that one move that he made to the hole, we really don't see much of our guys driving to the hole the way Reddish did yesterday. And he was out shooting around and stuff like that. I don't know where if it was yet today, earlier this morning or last night or 2 days ago, but he was shooting some shots, man. And this guy just shoots and doesn't miss, man. That mid range, the 3-pointers, he could really throw the ball up there. So hopefully tonight that 5 minutes turns into 12, 14 minutes, and we can see him really establish himself for this game and the game to come.
Yeah, you know, I do, man. When that young man was in Duke, that's what he did. You know what I mean? Cam Reddish could shoot the basketball. That's his forte. I mean, that young man can shoot the ball. That's why I do think you'll see more of him, man. That, you know, it takes time. You know what I mean? You know, it takes time. You know, now, but I think he'll get his burn, and I think you're going to see that bench tonight. I think Obi's going to get his burn tonight. I think quickly grind them. They get that burn tonight. They're coming in and get it popping. I really think that. I think you're going to see a good portion of our bench tonight. I really do, because I just think like, you know, from last night, like I said, with all the guys playing on heavy minutes in the starting unit, rightfully so, they earned it. You couldn't take RJ out the game. You couldn't take Julius Randle out the game because them cats had it going. And Fournier, they had it going. But I do think I want to see Grimes get it popping tonight. And I definitely want to see Obi Toppin. I think there's going to be a special night for Obi Toppin. That's the reason why I say that. The cat played at Dayton in Ohio. You know, if I got some of them Dayton Flyer fans coming to the Cleveland Cavaliers arena tonight to see Obi Toppin get down tonight. And I'm hoping Tibbs let Obi Toppin run them up tonight. So let him play. You know, let him have some fun out there, knowing that he played his college career over there in Ohio, you know, with the Dayton Flyers. You know, you got a fan base out there. I hope, you know, and what I liked from Obi Toppin the other night, that was the first time in a while I seen him that aggressive on defense. You know, he was aggressive on defense, and that's what Obi Toppin got to do to stay on the court for the New York Knicks. Because he's playing for a defensive-minded coach, he knows he got to play defense, and I love that the other night. That block shot was nice. I mean, you know, and he's hustling more on defense. And that's what Obi Toppin got to do. Just like Grimes, we know Grimes can shoot the ball, but what's the main reason that Grimes be on the floor too? Because he played good defense. You know what I mean? And you know when you're playing for Coach Tibbs, you got to be able to play defense, man. I mean, and I just think that's the bottom line. I like the way Obi played the other night, and I hope that Cam Reddish signing could spark him, KJ. I'm hoping that bringing Cam Reddish and light a fire on the Obi Toppin, because you know what? And I think it's important that they do that. So I hope Obi get it popping tonight, along with the rest of the bench, man. I think it'd be fun to watch tonight.
Let me tell you, all this young talent right now, it's who's going to outwork who. Karen Reddish is here because of RJ Barrett. Let's be completely clear about that. And that's his boy. He's been his boy since AAU in high school, college. Guess what? Karen Reddish sees the way RJ is doing. He's like, hey man, look, I need some of that same love. RJ, like, look, man, you gotta be in the gym. He's gonna take that. He's gonna take that same protocol he's approaching. How you get playing time? This is what I gotta do. So all these young veterans on this team, they're gonna push each other, because eventually these guys, if they're still here, they will become the vets on this team. And let me tell you, I'm excited about the young core that we have in New York City right now, because one day, these young guys that we got on this team, if they're still here, bearing a trade, they're going to take us somewhere far. Hopefully, set our promise into a championship. So I'm excited about that for them. But as far as Cam Reddish, guys, I think he's going to be the change that we need for this team. And I just feel, just based on his 5 minutes I seen yesterday, he's that piece. If you take Cam Reddish and Kevin Knox, and you look at all 4 years Kevin Knox was here, and you look 5 minutes what Cam Reddish did yesterday, right? Who do you feel better about, Kevin Knox or Cam Reddish? I'm going to say Cam Reddish. Because what he provided out there for 5 minutes, he could bring the ball up, he took it to the hole, and we saw some defense. He's long out there. I felt he was very confident. So I just think that Tibbs has so many weapons right now, fellas, and him trying to figure out who gets his playing time is really hard for them. And it'd be hard for anybody because you got so many weapons. But if you're not jumping, if you're not popping off, you're not doing that, who do you pull in and out? So that's his problem. He the coach. Let him deal with it. But all I want is a W. However we get it, I don't care who plays, but I want a W.
Yeah, real talk. I think
I'm sorry. Let me just say one. I'm sorry, Divine. The one thing that I noticed about Cam Reddish is the games that RJ is playing very well. You see him cheerleading for him. You see him standing up, clapping, and bigging his man up. So I think that's going to be a real good connection right there.
Yep. And like I said, I'm not going to put a lot of pressure on Cam Reddish. You know what I mean? Because he's coming into a situation that's pretty tough. Just play your game, man, and get in where you fit in. Don't overthink it. Don't overdo it. Take your time. Rome wasn't built in one day. You got to get acclimated to the system. You know what I mean? Because no matter how good you are, I do think you got to get acclimated to the system, the schemes of the way they play basketball and all that stuff. But I do think this man is gonna be a special player in New York because he's talented. He's a talent. And I do think that if it all bowled out well, the world work out well, I think you got your at least for now, you got your backup three right now. You know what I mean? And I think that's good for the Knicks. I think Evan Fournier going out, Cam Reddish going in, and you're not losing nothing. You're gaining something on defense. You know what I mean? And you're not losing too much on the offense. To me, I think once Cam Reddish got it going, so it's a good overall look for them. And let's hope that he get it popping. Like tonight, I guess Todd Gibson got to play some major minutes tonight because Mitchell Robinson won't be there. But hopefully you might see a Jericho Sims site, and all depends how the game go. You might see Jericho Sims tonight, and I love to see what he could do because he's another guy that we got to keep in mind that if he's going to be around, he's going to get enough time to play. And all that good stuff. And I'm chosen tried. I make sure I answer that question for you later on in the segment. We'll get into that, and I answer that question for you. So I'm not forget you on that one. Just let me stick to the segment, but I will answer that for you. But yeah, I do think that you might see you might see some Jericho Sims tonight, KJ.
Yeah, and we need all the young talent we have now. Jericho Sims is sitting on that bench like I cannot wait to get in. We haven't seen Jericho Sims play in like a month. He's been playing in the G League. But let me tell you, or Westchester, that man is ready to play. And like I said, they say he's 6'10", but he looks big on the court. And I want to see that. Cavaliers have a young team. Let these young guys bang with those young guys too. They got the same energy. Taj Gibson provides the service that we need. We know what Taj Gibson is going to give us too, but Taj needs to relax too a little bit. So why not? Is Tibbs going to do it? But hey, if he doesn't do that, Devon Shah, he can go with the small lineup. Put Obi at the 5 now. Bring the other guys in. You can get more firepower than that second unit. If guys get in trouble, guess what? You can bring in a Jericho Sims and a Taj Gibson. So, like I said, we have a lot of weapons. It's just going how the game goes. If it's a game like yesterday and we're up, you could play with little things. But if it's a close-knit game, he has to play those players that are bringing them back in. And that's how right now we all want to see a McBride and a Jericho Sims, right? But from the coaching standpoint, we got to say, you know what? If this game is going a certain way, I can't play these players because the other players, I know what they're going to give me right now. Them guys are still novices to get those guys right in. So, of course, I hope we see a lot of those guys tonight, fellas. And like you said, Devon, on a back-to-back, we want to give those guys that played those big minutes more rest, like a Julius Randle and an RJ Barrett. But, but if they're doing what they did yesterday, hey, why not? Not saying they are, but it could happen.
Yeah, Shop, you're right, KJ and Shop. I do think he will, man. Like I said, you got to trust and believe that, when you play the minutes they played, it's different if you play 43 minutes, but you didn't play today. See, now, I can see if they didn't play, then they play tomorrow, and Tibbs might go back to the same thing. But knowing that they played a back-to-back and they played a matinee game, it's not like they played, real early, late last night, and they playing late night. Well, they played a matinee, and now they playing tonight. So I do think Tibbs was gonna get them guys the opportunity to get out there and get some burn, and I do. And like I said, to me, it's about producing. When you get an opportunity, man, take advantage of the minutes because they don't come by so often, especially as a young rookie. A young guy who's not been around the NBA, don't know the nuances of the NBA. And I think a lot of people got to take that into consideration too. Some of these guys don't know what it is to go up against some of these caliber type of players. That's why even though like Deuce McBride nice, and Jericho Sims is nice, but they also, I think them guys struggle against a lot of these guys too. Because this is the NBA. No boys allowed. Real talk. You know what I mean? And and it's not easy, man. And not only that, you're playing in the Mecca. You're playing in the Knicks uniform, and you're a rookie in the NBA. And you asking these guys to do something that they probably not ready for. But at the same time, when you do get the opportunity, take advantage of it. A la Quentin Grimes. You understand what I'm saying? Why? Tibbs is playing them because he took advantage of the opportunity. And that's why we got to make sure McBride and Grimes, when they do get the opportunity, that's why I want Cam Reddish to ball out. You know what I mean? Because, when you get a chance at that opportunity, take advantage of it. Because it don't come so much, not too many times starting.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see. I would love to see Sims out there a little bit tonight. Mm-hmm. Also, I would love to see Deuce out there a little bit tonight. But with Tibbs, you're going to see that 7 to 9 man rotation, and that's just Tibbs. That's our coach, man. And love it or like it, or whatever you may say. That's how Tibbs runs his game. Like we started off saying, is Tibbs going to give these guys? That Tibbs is going to run RJ out there tonight. He's going to run Randall out there tonight, and hopefully he just we can stay consistent so he doesn't have to run him 38 minutes tonight to achieve a win tonight. So we got some things that we got to look forward to, man. I would love to see Sims out there to play. And my big thing for Sims playing is to rest Taj. We may need Taj more than we need Sims if we make the playoffs. And I would rather Taj be a little bit more relegated to sitting the bench, keeping his knees ready, keeping his body ready, and when we get down to crunch time and we're fighting for this play in or something like that, that's more of the time that if we don't have Noel oh my gosh, how can I forget my favorite guy? And Mitchell Robinson out there, that's the time that I want to see Taj out there doing his veteran thing that he always does for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like I said, that overall, man, that's what I think would happen. I think our bench will get the players 10 minutes tonight, and we will really get that popping. I think they're getting played tonight. I really believe Tibbs gonna, do what's best for the team. You know what I mean? And I don't think you're gonna burn them guys out off a back to back. So I think you're gonna see our bench get some extended minutes tonight. I really do. And it's gonna be interesting when that takes place. But like we're getting closer to the deadline, fellas. You know what I mean? We're getting closer to the deadline. And just to answer my man Chosen 12 Tribes question, he asked me, do you think Fox is a good fit? Chosen, that's a good question, man. I'll say this. I'll say this about Fox. He's a talented dude. I think he can work. He got the size to play point guard. He is the point guard. He got the quickness and all that. My only concern is that he didn't come from a winning culture. I'm talking about in the NBA. Where he's been at has been just been a hot mess. You know what I mean? The Sacramento Kings has been a hot mess for the last 5 years with all that talent they were bringing in there, and Luke Walton was coaching. They had a plethora of coaches going in and out, and he never really got to get a veteran coach. They never really bought no veteran ball player to put around Fox over these years. You know what I mean? That's my only trepidation with dealing with Fox is that can he handle a coach like Tom Thibodeau? Because he's never been coached by a guy like that other than John Calipari probably. But talent wise, chosen one, yeah, I think he can get it popping. I'm just concerned about is his mindset going to be on have a winning mindset playing in New York City opposed to playing in Sacramento. Other than that, I think he's a good talented ball player. I'm concerned about the contract, the length of it, because you do have to sign RJ Barrett sooner or later. So if you got Randall on that extension already, you got to extend RJ, and Fox got a max. He has a max. So where does then you talk about Cam Reddish, Obi Toppin getting signed and all this stuff down the line. So in order for that to make that work, it's gonna have to be some wheeling and dealing. Talent wise, chosen one. I have no problem with him. I think he can get it popping. I'm just concerned about the contract and if the culture that he's been around for the last three or 4 or 5 years since he's been here, however long he's been in the NBA, is that going to be a detriment to what he could do for New York, KJ? And that's what my take is on Fox.
I love it. I love it, man. Fox is the guy that they say should have been drafted before Lonzo Ball. He provides that defense. He can get to that hole. He's a playmaker. I mean, you give me Fox, man, with this team. Another young guy, a young vet that could really, really help this team out. I like it. And whatever they could do, if they can get somebody, they don't have to give too much to get him to match the money. Why not? I would do it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to give up Randall in that deal, buddy. Sorry, no way you're getting De'Aaron Fox without giving up Randall. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Right.
If you were giving me the option, I think Fox is a great player. I really do. I think he can. If he was to come over here, he could really electrify the Garden. But if I had an option to get a point guard, my option wouldn't be focused too much on Fox. My option would be more on DeAndre Murray. That they are right around the same amount of money, about $24 to $28 million, somewhere in that range. Both of them are right around the same thing. Both of them are right around the same signing time and stuff like that. And if it was me, if I had the option of Fox or Murray, I would push more for Murray. I think Murray is a more complete player than Fox is. I think
Right.
Murray can come out there and be a triple threat every night of the week. And Fox is a great player. He can drive the ball. He can shoot the ball. His rebounds is not that great, and his assists is not so high. I think he's like 4 to 5 assists. But Murray, man, this guy's like 8 assists a night, 7, 8 rebounds a night, double-digit scoring. He stick his hand in your pocket and steal the ball from you. If I was to choose a point guard that I would want on the New York Knicks, it would probably be more towards the Murray than the Fox. But not taking anything away from Fox.
Mm-hmm.
He is a great player. And if Fox was to come here with RJ and hopefully Reddish, those 3 guys in the starter unit with maybe with Mitch and like you said, Divine. I don't if Fox comes here, I don't think Randall would be here. They will probably ship Randall out. So
yeah.
Hey D,
yeah.
hey D, not to harp on that. If the only player I would give up for Randall right now, if that I know we talk about Fox, is Ben Simmons, and I'm just gonna say that. And number two is maybe not this year, but maybe next year. RJ Barrett has the 14th highest selling jersey in the NBA, right?
He's hot.
When was the last time we had a player in the top 15, maybe Carmelo Anthony, as far as jersey sales? So we talked about before of like, well, who's the leader? Now, you know, not saying it could be internal rift, but I'm pretty sure Julius Randle see that, like, oh man, look at this young guy is on me, and I wanted to be there, but look, are they building this team around RJ? So you take a Ben Simmons with young squad to match the money for Julius Randle. I would take it all day. If I would do that, if the Knicks had a deal out there, it'd be Ben Simmons for me.
Yeah, you know what? I don't personally don't think the Knicks are going to move Julius Randle. They signed Julius Randle for a reason. You know what I mean? We might not like his antics and all that, but Julius Randle can get down. I like Devontae Murray for this reason. Like Shop Power, a lot of reasons Shop Power said, but look who he's been coached by. You understand what I'm saying? It's a big difference, man, being coached by Greg Popovich and being coached by Luke Walton and all the other coaches that you've been coached by.
Right.
It's about the culture. Can you handle when an old school coach trying to teach you the ins and outs of basketball and you don't catch some type of feelings about it? Devontae Murray got coached by one of the best coaches that ever did it, literally. And that's important because when you come into New York City and playing basketball, you got to be able to handle this stuff, man. It's not that simple. You know what I mean? A lot of cats come here. A lot of cats didn't make it. A lot of them didn't make it. It's a tough place to play in. You got to be tough-skinned, tough-minded. You got to be able to take. You got to be able to do when like Cam Reddish said in the interview. Tom Thibodeau he's very articulate. He's detail-oriented. He's a passionate dude, and Cam Reddish understand that. That's why I think he's gonna make it. Because he already understands what type of person Tibbs is. A lot of these cats might come over here and might not understand that. And then when Tibbs get in you and scream in your face and rah, you can't be catching some type of feelings. You got to take that as a man. Say, you know what? I seen Tibbs last year getting Julius Randle grilled one day, and Julius Randle only thing Julius Randle could do is walk to the bench. I seen him rip Julius Randle one day. I was like, whoa, you know what I mean? So can players handle that? And that's the pressure of being under a coach like Tom Thibodeau, Eric Spoelstra, Greg Popovich. These guys is business, man. They about the culture of basketball. So that's why I like Devontae Murray, because he done got schooled by the best. And I think this young man gonna be. I would love to see a Devontae Murray and RJ Barrett backcourt. So help me God. And listen here, you talking about a 6'7" backcourt. Both of them can get it. That to me. And you throw Cam Reddish up in there with Devontae Murray, RJ Barrett, Cam Reddish, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson. That got to be top 4 defense in the league right there. I mean, that's special. So yeah, I like Fox, but I would not take Fox over Devontae Murray. I just think that is, because of the way he was raised up and who came up under. And he, like I said, you think about De'Aaron Fox. No shade against his talent. I'm just concerned about the way he's been coached. For the last 5, 6, 7 years, the Sacramento Kings has been a mess. They ain't been nowhere. They ain't did nothing. You know what I mean? But I think De'Aaron Fox is the real deal. My concern with that is the contract, because RJ going to get that money. So now you got Randall, RJ, and Fox getting a lot of money. There you go. Jarvis put it right out there. Check that out. That's what I'm talking about. Devontae Murray contract, 4 years, $64 million. De'Aaron Fox contract is double that, because he's up in the 158, 160 something million. He got a max deal.
Yeah, that's more reasonable. That Devontae Murray was okay.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man, let's not get it twisted. De'Aaron Fox is the real deal. If you bring De'Aaron Fox here, I don't have a problem with it whatsoever. I think the man is special, but I like Devontae Murray though. I just think that this man, he can make it happen from all angles.
Right.
Upside, downside, inside, or outside, hitting you from every angle, basically. You know what I mean? As Method Man would say, this cat could do that.
Right.
I mean, I just like him. So that's a good one. You can't go wrong with either one. You know what I mean? But I just think that I would love to get Devontae Murray if that ever happened. I don't know what the Knicks got to do that, but you call RC Buford and let man talk to me.
And Tibbs and Pops got that relationship too.
Got the relationship.
So that could work too. That's his boy. So
yeah. But other than that, man, I mean, them two guards that stand out to me the most. Is these guys, both of them can get it. I don't have a problem with either of them. I'm not picking Devontae over Fox because he's better than Fox. That's not why I'm picking him. I'm picking him because of the contract, the RJ's extension. If y'all guys love over you 100 in New York, he only got a 3-year rookie deal. He got to get extended. Cam Reddish got to get extended. So when I be dealing with trades and all that, I always think of the infrastructure. You got to put the infrastructure in there. Can we afford it? What we got to give up? Who we got on that team that we got to keep going forward, that we got to pay them money as well. The next thing you know, what about if you like Grimes? What about you got to extend Grimes down the line? I don't, so it just, what about we love Mitch? Do we got to extend Mitch again?
Right.
So, that's why I try to look at it from all the angles, man, not because I think this player is better than that player. I just think that down the line, if that the case, we can go get Damian Lillard if he was available, or we can, if the money wasn't the issue, you can go get a lot of guys. But I think we got to keep in mind on RJ's extension for the first and foremost. And I think that's why the Knicks did the contract the way they did them, KJ, with Fournier, Noel and Burks and Kemba and Derrick Rose. I think that's why they did them contract the way they did them, because they knew eventually they're gonna have to read this guy up as well. You know what I mean? And read this guy up and do things like that. So, but I'm cool with either one of them though.
And all the draft picks that we acquired through the next couple of years. So we have assets in draft picks along with contracts. So guess what? When we talk about now, we want to extend RJ, Cam Reddish, the young infrastructure is being kept. Mitchell Robinson. Mm-hmm. We're going to be able to keep these guys because of the assets that we acquired. So the thing is, though, which asset are we going to give out, to ship out, to bring in more future assets that if it don't work out, it don't work out. So, and that's why I said these next couple games, these next 2-3 weeks are very crucial to see what the Knicks, what type of winning streak are we going to go on a winning streak, or are we going to stay sub 500, or are we just going to go on a deep plunge? And if we go on that deep plunge, we sell everything because we're not going nowhere. But if the Knicks are starting to win, they're starting to click, then you start to think like, okay, maybe this team is getting maybe 1 or 2 more pieces will make a move for. So it's a lot of what ifs, but it's all about how they play right now. Mm-hmm. And the game last night was perfect for us. So let's see what they do tonight, Devon. Mm-hmm. And Shot.
Yeah, hey, Shot. If there is some minor or major moves, if any minor move that you would like to see, if we can't do nothing major, are there any minor moves you would like to see that you think will help this team right now? I think the best minor move they made so far was Cam Reddish. I mean, you couldn't get a better deal than that. That was a good minor move. Is it another move out there like that? Is somebody do you think we need to bring in here? Or do you think just by bringing in Cam Reddish, and let's say if we bring in Cam Reddish to stay packed, is that good enough? Or do you think we still need to make another move?
The thing is all about if we're winning or not. If we're like KJ said, if we're winning, they may make a bigger move. They may make someone make a bigger move to try to grab somebody that that could really put us over the top or something like that. But if in these next couple of games that we have, if we fall on a losing streak and stuff like that, then I think they're going to try to move pieces to make money for the off season, so they can have some money in the off season. So it all makes a difference of how we come out these next couple of games, because in the next 8 tonight's game, 7 games is 8 games until February around the trade deadline. I think in 5 games right around February 3rd or so, I think that's if we're going to make a move, I think that's when the moves are going to be made. So I believe, just me, but I believe if by February 3rd, that's about, I think it's 5 games. Then if we're somewhere around 3-2 or something like that, I think we make I think we try to make a major move or something to because we're gonna have to take some pressure off that wing spot, man. That two and three spot right now. We have about six players that play that position. It's about six players that play that position, and all those players that play that position probably will not play night in and night out. So it will make a big difference if we can loosen up that log jam that we got with our wings, and if we're winning, I think we make a move. I think they put something together. Excuse me. I think they put something together where we really get a one player, and we may give away three or four players to bring him in here, and plus some draft picks and all that stuff. It all depends on who it is, and if we're winning. Winning is going to tell us right now if we are going to make a big move, or if we're going to start, if we're going to be buyers, or if we're going to be sellers.
Yep. Real quick, hey Frank, I didn't hear about that, but that's interesting. Appreciate that, Frank Matos. He said, "Did you hear about the Wizards making Dinwiddie available?" That's interesting. That's very interesting right there. I mean, buckets too. Will, I do like that one. Will, I can't even front on that one. Kemba Walker in a second for Reggie Jackson. I do that all day. I like a good call right there, Will. I like that one. I think Reggie Jackson will help us out tremendously at the point guard spot in New York.
I wish we'd have got him over Kemba when we had a chance.
He's a real, the way he came into the league, the way he had to go through what he had to go through to get here. He had fit the coach. I like that one. Good call, Will. Salute. Yeah, man. It's a lot of good some move to be made. I think we're gonna, like you said, we're gonna depend on which way we're going. But I do think this team gonna ride from the abyss though. I think the Knicks I think they're gonna get it popping, man. I really do. Like I said, I always said to everybody that, man, judge this team when they get healthy. Like when the team healthy, you can see them at their best. But when you got players in and out, you can't see all of the chemistry and all the camaraderie come together. And when Tibbs was expecting this player to play these minutes like Noel was one of the major reasons why we under 500. And Nerlens Noel and Fournier was a major reason why we was under 500 because he didn't get it popping to just now. So I don't think this team is bad as people think it is. I just think that with the COVIDness, I think the Noel injury was. Do you see what Noel did the other day? Can you imagine Noel would have been doing that the whole season?
He been hurt.
Imagine he was available the whole season to do what he did yesterday behind Mitchell Robinson, or until Mitchell Robinson got to where he at right now. Can you imagine if Fournier was shooting the way he's shooting now at the beginning of the year? We'd probably be 5 or 6 or 7 more games over 500. You know what I mean? And so I do think I'm hoping that if Mitchell Robinson come back and then we can see, man. But it's getting close to the trading deadline. I believe that, and I think there's a lot of moves to be made out there, guys. And there's some good ones out there. Players that we might not think about. The Knicks might be aiming for. Because I knew the Cam Reddish was available. I did not. I had just did the trading scenario video that about a day before that. The next day, this man was in New York. I didn't even see it coming. I knew it was a possibility. So if you ask me that the Knicks already made their trade already if they don't do nothing else. But the key is he going to make sure that trade manufacture the producers on the floor? Is you going to give Cam Reddish the minutes he needs to justify? You didn't bring Cam Reddish in here to sit him down like Kevin Knox. I don't think Tibbs would do that. I really don't, because he's too talented. And I think Tibbs know that. Tibbs know this man can defend. He got skills. So I don't think Tibbs. I'm not worried about that. I think Cam Reddish will get his minutes. And I just think that really the elephant in the room, like I said the other day, is Kemba Walker. KJ. I think you move to Kemba Walker, and then that allows. And when Derrick Rose come back, it still allows Cam Reddish or somebody to get some burn. So we have to see.
That was what I was gonna say next, D. Put it right out for me. That's perfect.
Me too.
D Rose is coming back soon.
Mm-hmm.
We got Kemba Walker's a large jam. We got Cam Reddish now. So something's gonna happen. And like these guys are so savvy on their trades, something that we don't see that they're gonna wind up doing. Everybody's saying Kemba Walker, but it might not be Kemba Walker. It might be D Rose. Who knows what they're gonna do? I don't think it'll be D Rose, but at this point in time, guys, I don't know what's gonna happen. But I do know that they have to figure it out. Rose comes back, How's Kimball going to play? How's Karen Reddish? How are these guys going to play? So something's going to happen, fellas. We just don't. It's a wait and see game, and I think D Rose, when he comes back, he's definitely going to be a difference maker. And we got to figure out, we're close to making the playoffs again. What difference? We seen what happened last year. Our biggest fear last year was we didn't have enough play from Julius Randle, and it was only Derrick Rose, Obi Toppin, and Emmanuel Quickly that really played well for this team.
Taj Gibson, yeah,
and Taj Gibson, right? We ran out of gas. Now we have firepower not to run out of gas. So think about playoff scenario with the roster we have right now. These guys might come. They might come different if everything slows down in the playoffs. Are these guys that we have right now? Say we made the playoffs right now. Are you guys comfortable with the team that we constructively have to go forward in the playoffs? Because my thing is, how about a guy like Jeff Teague that's still out there somewhere? You bring in a veteran like him.
That's a good question. Hey, real quick, just let me answer my man. Hey, Brian, would I offer 2 seconds in the first for Burks for Murray?
Man,
I'll give you more than that.
Yeah.
Man.
What? Yeah, Brian. No question, brother. No question. I'm willing to give up 2 firsts for that dude because it's not gonna be 2 first-round draft picks in the next couple of drafts to do what he could do that I know of. That's a good one. Yo, peace to the God, Allah, wise salute, my brother. Peace.
The Knicks don't want to give all that up, D. They wouldn't even give all that. But if the question, absolutely, he would not. Knicks wouldn't even give a 2 first rounds and
Obi Quickly and 2 first. Let's make it happen. Make it happen. Good one, Frank Matos. Yep, easy.
I mean that Obi IQ with the 2 first might be along the lines of what can get him, because with those 2 players, we would probably will have to put in. I think Obi is at like $5-6 million. IQ is at like $3 to $4 million. So that's about $8-9 million. We'll probably even could throw Burks in there. We probably have to throw another player, or but Obi, IQ, and 2 firsts for Murray. Yeah, let's make that happen.
Yeah. That's if like I said, out of all the guys on the market, if that come available, we got and real quick, Cash Out. Thank you for the information. Cash Out said Jared Allen is out tonight. Thanks, Cash Out. Appreciate that. That means that probably Noel going to go up against Evan Mobley at the 5. So whoever Julius Randle going up against at the 4, hopefully he can go out there and eat tonight. But yeah, man, I'm definitely on that 2. I'll give them the 2. I'll give them next year's 2 picks. They're not gonna be much to us. You know what I mean? Like, give them the Charlotte pick and give them out. I don't care. Whatever. Get that man in here. You ain't gonna worry about no pick for a minute. Because knowing Brock Aller, the way he will deal, we'll get picks back. This cat is so savvy, right. He'll make it happen. So yeah, man, that's a good one, man. That's one guy that I love to keep an eye on. It's Devontae Murray. He's to me, he's the top of my list of point guards.
Right.
Out of all the point guards that's out there right now, he's on my top. And then you got the Brunsons of the world and all these guys, but he's my top dog. I just think that's an unstoppable backcourt, him and RJ Barrett. Yeah, man. RJ Barrett and Devontae Murray, both 6'7". So,
man.
That backcourt defense would be ridiculous. It'd be ridiculous. I don't even know other way to say that. I would not have seen a backcourt in a long time in the NBA with that size and that skill set. And they both can go downhill. They both can shoot the 3 ball. They both can rebound. They both can, they playmakers in their own right. And I think that's one of RJ Barrett's skill set that a lot of people take for granted, how good he could play make when he want to. And so yeah, it'd be interesting, man. Fabian said Kevin Love started tonight. Okay, Julius Randle, you should be able to handle Kevin Love. Kevin Love is not athletic by no means. He's a good player, experienced, talented player. Can shoot the 3 ball real well, can rebound with the best of them. But on the defense end, I don't think he got nothing for Julius Randle. So hopefully Julius Randle can eat tonight. That'd be fun to watch right there tonight, man. Yeah, man. Great. Salute to the chat, man. Y'all cats on fire, man. Keep running it, man, and keep running them thumbs up. Y'all got we got KJ events. We got Shop Powers in the building. We in here, man. Knicks Real Talk pregame. Knicks versus the Cavaliers on the go to Ohio. We're gonna get it popping down there in another half hour, whatever. we gonna get this victory down in there, man. So right now, currently we sitting at 23-24. We 11 in the Eastern Conference. We win the night. We move all the way up to the 9th, the 8th, and 9th spot. We tie with Boston for the 8th. It's an important game to get popping tonight. I really think we need to go in there and win that game tonight. And the Knicks can get back to 24-24, be right there with the Celtics and tie for 8th. And knowing that we might have a chance to go down there and win one of them games on the road between Milwaukee and Miami. Hopefully we can steal one, KJ. All we need to do is go. I'll be happy 2-1 on this road trip. I really would.
One game at a time. We play better away anyway. So why not get it going? Get more team togetherness on this road trip. Let's let these young guys come in and do what we do. This is what they came here for. So make it happen. It's right now. It's to put up a shut-up time. Trade deadlines ahead. People's names is floating around. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna play harder. It's like I'm valuable. I need to stay in New York City. So hey, it can happen. Hey, anything's possible. And guess what, guys? We play better to our competition.
Yep.
We gotta remember that. So why not sweep the whole series? Let's get all these wins up.
Yeah, real talk. For Frank Matos, from what I got from earlier, this was the starting lineup. It may change. This was a couple of hours ago. Frank, it was Alice Burks, Fournier, R.J. Barrett, Julius Randle, Noel. That I had got that off of Sports Geek maybe a couple of hours ago. So we had to see if it changed or not. But that was projected to be tonight's starting lineup. But change, I'm not sure. But yeah, man, it should be a fun game down in Cleveland tonight. And I think we can go down there and get it popping and get that victory. I think this is a good chance for us to win this game.
Man. Why you say that, Cash Out?
Oh, well, there you go, right there. Kemba Walker is starting tonight. Man. That's
Hey, Kemba dropping 30, 10, and 9. We're gonna win tonight, fellas.
Yeah, you know what? It's not that I'm worried about Kemba starting. I'm worried about who might not get no burn. What does that do for Cam Reddish? What does that do for these other guys? Because now you got another body that's playing. There's going to be another body that might not play because you're going to have Alec Burks might go back to the 3 tonight.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Unless you let Alec Burks stay behind Kemba Walker at the one, which they probably did the last time. So you know what? But then you got Quickly Grimes and Cam Reddish and Obi Toppin. So one of them players might not get no burn tonight.
Unless Tibbs make Obi the big man on the second unit. Yeah, okay. Yep. It sounds good though.
Yeah. Hey, but you know what? That's the thing, man. See, that's the limit. That's the hope. We've been talking about this for a minute, man. The limit is how stacked they are, how many players they got. And that's not gonna say it's not no shade. I'm never throwing shade at Kemba Walker. I just think we've been winning without him. And we done played enough games without him, but I'm at Kemba Walker can get it. Cardiac Kemba be in the building, but let's see how he goes against Darius Garland tonight. Let's see how it do, man. But man, I want to see Cam Reddish get that shine tonight. And maybe they don't. Maybe he still might get shine. They don't let Fournier play too long tonight because they played last night. That's the only thing I can see that them guys getting the burn if they don't overextend the starting unit. Because they played a lot of minutes last night. Other than that, we'll see. The main thing is we get the victory, though. And I guess we can worry about all the other stuff later on, who play and who don't play. The main thing is for the Knicks to go out there and get that victory tonight and get that 500 and move up in the standings because we got 2 important games coming up after that, 2 strong games against Miami and Milwaukee Bucks, KJ. So we just want to make sure that we win first and foremost.
Yeah, and that's true. Like I'm up here checking to see what it is. I haven't seen anything yet of that lineup, but if it is, hey, they professional. Hey, just because you start don't mean you're going to finish the game. So let's see exactly what happens, Sha, and Divine with this team, and let's see what type of different game Kimber's learning. Kimber's like Julius Randle. We talk about him the same way. Like sometimes you're on, sometimes you're off. So let's see exactly what he does if he is in the starting lineup. We know that he's a playmaker, something that we need on our first unit, but it's just the defense that's his question. So let's see. As long as we get the W, guys, I don't care how we get it. Let's get it. And if that team's not working, the lineup's not working, pull them out. Don't play him as much and bring somebody else in. So It's like I said, it's put up a shut up time, fellas, in New York City. We got to win these games. Trade deadlines here, so let's win.
Hey, Sharp, let me ask you a question. And knowing that you're not going to get him every game, like one game he here, one game he not, one game he here, one game he not. How do you think that how does that feel towards the team? Are they you think they good with that, knowing that he's not going to be able to be available, and then you never seem like you're going to get that continuity? Because here's one thing I could do say that when Kemba Walker's not when he's not playing, Evan Fournier, RJ Barrett, and Randall get more looks. You know what I mean? They get more looks, and that's why they had that great game the other day. They get more looks, and they able to get in more to a rhythm. But see, when Kemba Walker come back, I think that's where the offense sometimes gets stagnant, because now you got to get him shots, you got to get RJ shots, you got to get Randall shots, you got to get Fournier shots. But him being in and out, man, I don't know how that's going to go well going forward when it comes to continuity, to be honest.
I mean, just as we sit here, on the sidelines, on the podcast, and we talk about the Knicks and all this stuff, I am pretty sure that the Knicks know that when Kemba played, with the last 3 games that Kemba played, we lost, and the 8 out of 11 games we won without him in the last 14 games or something like that. So I mean, him coming back, man. I mean, one thing that I do like about Kemba, I see him coaching up RJ a lot. I see him feline right to RJ, and he says some things to him. He shakes his shoulder. He has his mask on, so I can't really read his list, but I know he's teaching him, and he's showing him things that he's starting to show on the court. With him on the court tonight, I'm optimistic. He's one of our guys, but what Kemba does to us now is he slows down our rotation. And now tonight, what we won't see is 1 or 2 players we probably won't see many minutes from, if any minutes tonight, is Reddish or Grimes. One of those 2 guys are going to suffer tonight. And Grimes right now is playing really good ball.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing really good ball. He's in the lineup. He's upwards of 14, 15 minutes a game. And with him being in the game for that long, now Reddish won't see the ball tonight. And that's what I would rather see tonight is I mean, I don't know if Kemba may not be going nowhere this year. You know what I mean? If he's coming back from these injuries and they still implemented him into the starting lineup, that may mean that Kemba's going to be here for the long haul. And I don't know how good that is going to be going forward with him being the starting point guard. Now, if he comes back and he wants to play the role as the D Rose position, the veteran coming off the bench and stuff like that, I'm wholeheartedly with that, man. I'm 100% with that. If we miss some minutes from Reddish or Grimes because Kemba's in the second unit, okay, what I mean, it makes our second unit a little weaker because we have him and IQ, 2 smaller guards, to go against the second unit. But I mean, I don't take anything. I may sound like I'm a Debbie Downer for Kemba, but I like Kemba. I always will like Kemba. I like Kemba before he came to the Knicks. I like Kemba if he leaves the Knicks. But the one thing that I'm about is that, like, right here, you know what I mean? And that right there, I'm not saying that he can't come in here and perform and we can win the game, but I think our option without him on the court is a better chance of us winning than with him on the court right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's really what it's all about to me, man. It ain't about Kemba the player. I'm talking about far as because he's not good I just think that with the way we play basketball in New York, it's tough for him.
Yep.
It's just tough because of the way we play. Defense minded game, all that stuff. And I just think sometimes it's not there for him. But let's see. Let's hope he's going to get it popping tonight. Hey, if he's gonna play tonight, go get it popping, Kemba. No matter what. If you're gonna play tonight in New York, go in there and do your thing. You and Darius Garland make it happen. Do the best you can. Let's go. The main thing is to go out there with a victory. And the main thing, like Sharp Howard said, KJ, is about the name on the front of the jersey, not the back. So it's never about throwing shade at nobody. It's that I think just the way the team is presently constructed. I think a lot of guys, and I'm probably going to feel off this vibe of the chat and everybody else that I know. They want to see these young guys play. They want to see Grimes. They want to see Cam. They want to see the guys play. So that's the only reason it makes it hard with Kemba coming back, because he's gonna take some minutes away from them guys. So it's like, man, we can't have our cake and eat it too. That's why I say, much as we might get on Tibbs, he got a hard dilemma to be in, because we're trying to play for the playoffs. If we wasn't playing for the playoffs, then it'd be a different story. But long day in contention, he's gonna play the guys. He's gonna play as veteran guys and the guys he know that can handle the pressure and all that good stuff. Because it shouldn't be about being teaching on the fly when you're trying to go to the playoffs. I think you learn and develop every day, no matter when you're on the court or off the court. You learn and develop. But I do think that if we're gonna continue fighting for the playoffs, you might not see a lot of the young guys. Well, I'm gonna say you don't see a lot of them, because you do see them. Only one you don't see now is Sims and McBride. Everybody else playing.
Mm-hmm.
We can't say he's not playing the young guys, because they all playing. But I think that as the season goes further and we get more deep into this thing and we fighting for something, he's gonna have some difficult decisions to make, man, because of how many people we got on the roster. And when Derrick Rose get back, that's that's the reason why I said when Derrick Rose come back, you got another Kemba Walker there, basically, to me. In a sense of that veteran, who can score buckets. I think Derrick Rose is just a slightly little better defender. Cause I love to see. I seen Derrick Rose block some crazy shots. I seen his hustle and everything. But it's just a tough situation to be in for Tiz, man. When you want guys like Grimes who deserve to play. Right now, Quentin Grimes deserves to be in that rotation.
Yes.
He deserves to be in the rotation. And
look at the way he's playing.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the way he's playing. It's about getting that W right now. So whatever lineup's in, and if I got a lineup or whoever's in the game, and that team is bringing me back or making the league go up higher, I gotta go with what I'm winning with. But God, I know we want to see these players, and I've been saying, and I've been guilty of saying that I want to see this guy. I want to see this guy. But at the end of the day, right now, with the point we at in the season, it's about every win counts. If we go on a 4 or 5 game winning streak, guys, we go from number 11 to number 3 or 4, because the East is so compacted right now. So it's about stockpiling wins, and however we get those wins, let's get them. Whoever he's going to put in our lineup, we have to trust that he's going to pull them out if they're not doing well, and they're going to put them back in if they're doing well. But we seen in recent games that Tibbs is like, he's stuck on being him. Stuck on who I'm gonna play this person. I'm gonna play this person this many minutes. I'm gonna play this person this many minutes. He's stuck on who he's gonna play. My thing is to the player is what's going to give me the best opportunity to keep playing is making baskets and playing defense and doing the unnecessary things like a junkyard dog did for that 1 year in 04 and 05 for us, of keeping you on the floor. Everybody say Taj Gibson, but what does Taj Gibson provide? Taj Gibson provides experience, and you know what you're going to get. You're going to set a screen. All his numbers don't show up in the box score. So for these young guys out here, what else are you going to do to stay on the floor when you get your opportunity to do it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Grant's proving that.
Mm-hmm. Esco, that's a good question, man. Esco, he said, would you rather keep around Grimes or Cooley? I'd rather keep both of them, but if you can't, here's the thing. That's a tough decision, man. Because Quickly is playing some good ball. I mean, he can handle both duties. Here's the thing that with Commander Quickly, he can handle both duties. He can shoot the 3 ball like Grimes. His defense is coming along, but Grimes is a special shooter. He's a special defender. Esco, that's a good question, man. I'm tough on that one, because I like the way Quickly's been playing lately, and I like the way Grimes has been playing lately. Quickly had a good rookie year. And coming in your rookie year in the NBA, having 11 points a game, shooting the free throw percentage real well, shooting the 3 ball decent, and Grimes is on that level. So that's a good one. That's cool, man. You got me between the rock and the hard place on that one, man. But I think at the end of the day, either one of them will work. It's hard. It's hard. Shop Howard, you might can answer that one. To me, it's hard. It really is. I like both of them.
Yeah, that is something like you just look at it and be like, oof, that's something. Uh, I mean, I it, oof, that's hard to put. You know, all right. I'll say it like this: depending if we had to move one of them in a trade, you know, to bring somebody over here with some a bigger player, something like that. I may say IQ because he's been in the league a little longer. He knows how to get around the league now. His game has got stronger. His defense is way better, and he's still a threat from that 3 point line and beyond. Um, you know, I would probably try to keep Grimes because he's not much money on the books right now, and you know, he really doesn't have no experience. Now it all depends. I mean, he's a young guy, so a team would love to get either or IQ or Grimes. So it's really hard to say which one I would try to keep, but you know, aesthetics, maybe Grimes because he's 6'4", 6'4", 6'5", maybe, I guess.
Yeah, that's what, man. You gave us a good question on that one, brother. Salute to you on that one, man. You know, you got the mind wondering, but but you know what's crazy? I'm glad he put that because this is a decision the front office got to make. Much as we
Yep,
sit in the chat,
sure do.
much as we sit on here and throw out all of us, we want to do. Can you imagine what's in the back of them cats' mind in that front office?
Sure do.
Hey, do we keep this guy? Do we keep this guy? You know, is it for the best of the team? What the fan base gonna think? We move this guy. The people who pay the ticket money and do all that, they're gonna be mad and blah blah blah. Or do we do what's best for the team to get us moving forward to championship? Because like I said, sometimes we get caught up in a lot of sentimental stuff. You know what I mean? We love these players, but at the end of the day, like we said, it's about the name in the front, not the name in the back. And only they know. But it's tough, man. That's a tough one right there, brother. Because I mean, quickly is playing good basketball for us.
Right.
He's been playing good ball, and Grimes is playing good ball. So you ask me, that's why I said between Kemba Walker and Alec Burks and them, you move them cats. I think quickly and Grimes, you keep them. Move Alec Burks and they've been in the league long enough. They're gonna get a home, they know. But them cats got some good contracts. They're young, and then now they comfortable. Here's the thing I like about them two so far too. They know how to play in Madison Square Garden.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They now know how to play in Madison Square Garden. Quickly is not getting rattled by Madison Square Garden. Grimes is not going to get rattled by Madison Square Garden. I love both of them, man.
And as you can see, the Knicks really like Grimes because he was one of the training picks that Atlanta wanted. They wanted Grimes. The Knicks was like, nah. Here you take Knox over here and take this first round pick and keep it stepping. Now keep that pushing over there. So
Right.
the Knicks team, the front office or somebody in there likes Grimes better than they like Knox. So you know, it's going to be some things like we sit here, we got like, I like both of the guys, man, but if it comes down to a pick, like if it's Grimes or the Grimes to go to in a pick to bring to bring Murray over here, yeah, Grimes, I'll see you later,
Right.
brother. My man, you did good, man. You can shoot that shot. You'll make a wherever you go, you're gonna make your stand.
And
Yeah.
my thing is, fellas, for the long term, I just don't think Knicks are going to move IQ or them because it's the long term picture here. And number one, what's the main thing we need here is guards.
Yeah.
So if anything, it'd be a guy like Noel, Alec Burke with the future first or second round to get him up out of here, to let them contracts to bring in some other assets in. Then we got McBride. I mean, we got Quickly with the 25th pick, and he's playing like if you take the 25 guys that came in the draft 2 years ago with him, you look at him now like, man, quick. If you redrafted it order, Quickly might have went in the top 10 because it's production. So it's like you got to look at that part too. Like, you know what? Hey, we got us a player like these guys here. Like, look at Quickly now. With the next couple of years, from year 1 to year 2, look where he's at now. And look where he's at this year. Started slow, but he's coming along. So I just don't think the Knicks will move on from any young play assets that they have yet. They'll move on from the veterans they got because it's shown that some of the young guys like a Grimes can do what Alec Burke can do.
Yep. That's my whole thing, right? You hit the nail right on the head. The reason why I think they do need to move Halliburton because Grimes can shoot the three just like he can.
Mm-hmm.
He could D just like he can. Got side. He got a little bit of side. The only way I can see the Knicks moving one of them dudes, unless somebody they get in that team that if you want this dude, we got to get one of them dudes.
Right.
Like San Antonio willing to deal Devontae Murray. You're gonna have to give up somebody that you just don't want to give up. And
right.
It might be Grimes, it might be Quickly, it might be Obi Toppin.
Might be both of them.
It might be both of them. So that's why I try not to get too attached because it's the NBA. It's a business. You know what I mean? Everybody wheeling and dealing. You know what I mean? The minute you go buy a jersey, that cat ain't here no more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I do think that no matter what, I like the future of the Knicks. I like the way they're going with this thing. I like the young guys we got down there. If the Cam Reddish thing pop, then the Knicks hit a grand slam. They hit a grand slam. If Cam Reddish pop for the Knicks some way, and he get to contribute on the Knicks with his partner crime from Duke, and you can pull up the guy like Devontae Murray, we set for the next 5 years, 6 years.
Tell me about it.
We set. I'm gonna tell you no lie. The next 3, I'm good with Devontae Murray, RJ, Cam Reddish, Randall, and Mitch for the next 4 years. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. You know? And then you get that firepower on the bench under the with Obi and these guys, or if they're gonna be here. But I tell you what though, if you can get that Devontae Murray thing popping with RJ Barrett in the backcourt with Cam Reddish, this and Julius Randle, man, listen. Then what you do, you put on the bench the Derrick Roses, a couple of more savvy men like a Carmelo Anthony, next year to give these guys that mental toughness and learn how to play in the playoffs and be able to get all that knowledge. With Todd Gibson, Derrick Rose, Todd Gibson, and Carmelo Anthony, and the rest of that firepower in that starting lineup, and a couple of other guys to fill in the gaps. They good. Mm-hmm. I think they good. I think the Knicks is good, man. I really do. So, that's a tough call, man. We're gonna see, but you know what? We got 2 minutes of game time. Great show, a lot of energy. It was all good up in here, man. I got KJ brother. He subbed it in for him today.
Twin.
I got Shy Power in the building. Knicks Real Talk. Hey, KJ brother, give it to me before we get out of here, man.
Hey, look, Devon, thank you for allowing me to come on the platform the very, very first time. And Devon, I heard you. My brother told me you spit a little quick 16, and I do a little something too. So Devon, let me hear a little something real quick about the Knicks real quick against Cavaliers. Spit a quick line real quick for me. Man, listen, Knicks Real Talk. We're in Cleveland, best believe, and we're going to get a popping with Obi Toppin. We're going to get up in here and get this shit going. It's going to score about 115. Let's get it flowing. You know how I do when I get down on Knicks Real Talk. I walk the wall, talk in the streets of New York. Let's get it popping New York Knicks. Let's twit the bull. Let's get it popping. Say popping off the real top. There you go. Shy, they said Shy, you got to hit us with a quick 16 before we end the stream. We got 1 minute left. 20 seconds. I
can't hit no 16 because every other word is going to be a MFO or F bomb. Or
look, hey Devon, thank you for letting me come on. I'm spitting right now off the top of the dome. You know what at home. We got to win the Knicks. We go down tonight in Cleveland. We're going to get this one. We got 120-96 New York Knicks. That's my line for the night. I'm out. I'm there, Shy.
Salute, man. Salute to the chat. Yo. Salute to the family. Let's go get it popping, man. New York in the building. Fabian got 109.98. I'm going to go ahead and put 112 to 96. We're going to get it popping today.
I think it's going to be a super close game, man. I think it's going to be a 111-109.
Okay, there you go. Salute to the chat, man. Salute everybody, man. Enjoy the game. Fabian, Jarvis, Esco, Cash Out.
Bizarro World up there.
Big Taz, Frank Matos. Everybody, Cash Out, James in the building. Everybody, man. Allah Wise, peace of the guard here. Jermaine Royce in the building. Jermaine, peace of you. Will, everybody, man. Let's go get it, Brian. Let's go get this W. Parrish. Salute to you. Let's go get it, Sam Holt. Let's keep it, Sean Cubes. Everybody, man. The chat is in the building, man. You know how we do. Let's go ahead and get this W, man. Chosen. You already know. Let's go again. Let's go get it, man. Let's go get this W. Big Task again, man. Everybody, man. Thanks for coming in tonight. Eddie Rodriguez, thanks to you as well for coming in, man. Let's keep it moving. Knicks going down to Cleveland to get this W up in Ohio tonight. Come back and have something to talk about, man. And y'all have a good night. Big Task, salute to you as well. If I forget anybody, I apologize. Nigel, salute to you as well. Frank Montos, like I said, you're up in the building. So let's get it, man. Knicks Real Talk, KJ, Shaw Powers, Great show, man. We see you guys on the next episode.
Let's
Come
go.
on, New York, go. Let's get it. Let's get
Yes,
this W.
sir. Let's get it.
The 500, man. Let's get it popping. Peace.